All right, so once you get logged in, you got your hours of service, everything's corrected on that. You want to find out what you're going to be doing for the day. Up here I've got a flashing envelope that tells me I have new messages. Once you log into the system, it will send you your load assignment. You can see it through your inbox. All right, here's my load assignment. I've actually got a couple different things going on here. You can tell that's a new message that I haven't read yet by the fact that it's in gray where the other ones are black. These ones have already been read. So newest messages are always at the top of the list. So start from the bottom of what you haven't read and work your way up through them. This particular one is special instructions about this customer. If I get in there after hours, it tells me what I need to do with my bills. Back to the list. Here's another one. It looks like more instructions. Make sure you have a pickup number. Call dispatch if your number is different. Okay, that's just special instructions, anything they have that's not included as part of your load assignment. Now your load assignment is going to actually say load assignment. There's a lot of information in here that you need to be aware of. Make sure that the driver that it's assigned to is you. You're not reading someone else's load assignment that was sent to you by mistake. Your order number, that 1199469. The order number is what you're going to write on your bills, any paperwork that you need to turn in. It's also going to be included on your logs. Loaded miles tells you how many miles it is from your shipper to your receiver. Estimated weight. Any other numbers you might need, reference numbers, pickup numbers, that sort of thing will be listed here. And we have an issue with our load. Oh, interesting. Okay. This is a test load. It's going to look a little bit different. Sequence 1 of 3. This means this is a 3-stop load. I'm going to pick up, I'm going to deliver, and then I'm going to go somewhere else. The event tells you what you're doing. HPL is an abbreviation we use for hook preloaded trailer. If it were a live load, it would say LUL or something to that effect. Trailer number, if we know what trailer we're using, will be there. Company ID, PREHAZ. This is a abbreviation that we use. Each customer has one. If you need to get directions to a customer, I can show you how to do that later on. Basically, a company ID is the first 3 letters of the company name and the first 3 letters of the city that it's in. All right, for this one I am picking up in Pretium Packaging in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. Phone number if I need it. Stop early date, stop late date. Both of them say this. Well, no, they don't. 9/2 at 12 and 9/4 at 12. That means I have 2 days in which I can pick this load up. If they were the same, that would tell me that it's an appointment time. All right, so that's my shipper. Next, sequence 2 of 3. This is where I'm going after I pick up the load. Company ID, Bunyor. That's Bunzel in, well, this one is Manchester, but it's York because they've changed locations. Once you've read through your messages, you understand your load assignment and everything, it's time to get underway. There's certain things we have to do to respond, to let your dispatch know how your trip is going. All right. One thing that'll happen when you begin to move is you'll get a pop-up screen asking you if you want to start your trip. Hit yes, and it will automatically let them know that you've begun your trip assignment. The other way to do it is through workflow. Now here we have 2 separate order numbers. This is one from previous that hasn't been finished out yet. This is my load. I can tell because it's my driver ID. Tap on that, and this is all the details that we read in the messages earlier about your load assignment. You can scroll through them. All the information you need for your stops is going to be listed in here. Alright. Now all I want to do to start my trip is hit the start button. That puts your trip underway. It'll take a few minutes for it to update throughout the system. Once you started your trip and you arrive, this is the event. I'm beginning my bobtail move. Alright. Arrive at your destination. Make sure you look at where you're at. If I'm right here at our yard at S&H Express in York, PA, I'm going to hit that I've arrived here. It's going to automatically suggest that I use the in-cab navigation to start to help me follow through the trip. If you activate that, it'll bring up your navigation. It'll automatically program everything in there. You just need to decide how you want to get there. I'm going to try to avoid toll roads. Use that profile. And it'll go ahead and generate my route, the turn-by-turn directions. You can get out of that, hit the back button. Now I'm back into my workflow. The next step in my trip, when I arrive at my shipper, I'm going to bring up my workflow. I'm going to hit the arrive button. That tells the system that I have arrived where I'm at. Now oftentimes you're going to see this screen come up when you arrive somewhere, and there's something you have to do with this. Once you pick up your load, it wants to know certain things about it. All right, pieces, weight count. These are things that you can enter items in here for yourself. The most important thing we need is a trailer number. Our IT guy and his must be his sense of humor has given us God's trailer to use. Make sure you enter the correct trailer number in here that you're pulling. That keeps them updated in our system. Bill of lading number, any comments, any delays or stuff like that you might want to put in there, and then simply send that. That's a message. Now since I picked up my load, it's asking me if I want the navigation to route me to my next stop. I don't need it. I already know where I'm going, so I'm not going to use the navigation on this one. If you select no, you can always start the navigation yourself simply by going into navigation from your home screen.